Hi guys, what's up? This is the first live stream of the channel in a long time. What is going on? So, for my first live stream that nobody is seeing because everyone is seeing the the Golden Globe, and a lot of people is watching that, so it doesn't matter what is going on with this live stream. But if you are here, thank you very much. And today we are going to talking about a lot of stuff about Marvel and DC. And this is the logic of the channel for now, I think. I mean, a lot of now the channel is for live stream, talk about Marvel, DC, and see what is going on with all that. So that is how it's gonna work the channel right now. And if you are wondering, okay, what is this fan page? Well, you can find me on Facebook, like the Wete Geeks. That is how you can find me on Facebook. And if you want to know as fast as possible the news about DC and Marvel, you can follow me on Facebook, because I'm going to do the video on YouTube and talk about all the stuff, analyze the news, analyze the rumor and all that, share with you. But if you want something fast, you can follow me on Facebook, because something happens and something really important happen, I'm gonna post the news in the Wete Geeks. So you can follow me on Facebook. And the first news is about official Sebastian Stan is joining the cast of Batman Part 2. Add Harvey Dent to face. Confirmed by the Hollywood Reporter. So this is not fake news, it's actually official. Honestly, this cast is top tier. Now we just need the announce of Scarlett Johansson role, and we'll have the ultimate power couple in the Batman universe. So, what is going on here? First of all, in a couple of days, the rumor was that Sebastian Stan was rumored to incorporated in the movie The Batman Part 2. That is something that a lot of people was, oh my god, what is going on? And actually saying that Scarlett Johansson can join to the team too. But now it's official. But here the point, if you think about this news, it's not only the Sebastian Stan joined to the movie The Batman. No, I think this is great. It's a great actor, great performance. I don't have the doubt that it's going to be a super crazy Harvey Dent to face for the Batman movie. But the point is that what happened with Winter Soldier? That is the complicated or the real question for this. What is going on with Winter Soldier? And for me, it's very easy. And a lot of rumor, and that is something that I'm going to explain in another video or in another live stream, is that it's possible that Sebastian Stan, I mean Bucky slash I forgot the name, Winter Soldier die in Avengers Doomsday. Okay, because you imagine that you join to the Batman that actually I think is recording for the first time on April. I think, I don't remember well, but it doesn't matter. The point is the first 3 months of the year they are going to record the movie and all that, perfect. But what happened with Avengers? So a lot of people is saying that in all it look like that Sebastian Stan, Bucky, Winter Soldier is going to die in Avengers Doomsday. And I know, maybe that you are saying that, what? Why? It was my favorite character and was better than Sam Wilson in Captain America and all that. But the point is that, unfortunately, for me, it's 90% confirmed that Bucky died in Avengers Doomsday. We will see what happened. Remember that in Avengers Doomsday, a lot of character is going to die in the movie. So, to create this drama stuff and all that. So it's possible that he died in the movie. And another point that is interesting too is Scarlett Johansson is, the rumor said that can join to the movie. So which character could be? A lot of people is saying that maybe it's the wife of Harvey Dent, but I don't remember any comics that Peter had, I don't know, they were a couple or a criminal couple against Batman. I don't know, maybe. I don't read the whole comics about Batman, that is impossible. But maybe, some comics that this couple fight with Batman. Please let me in the comment and I will read it and see what happened, because will be interesting that and know about this history and see what happened. But right now, for me, it's impossible to think a comic with this couple. And it's fun because the rumors say something like, oh wow, the wife of Harvey Dent, what the hell, it's not super popular. It's not like Harley Quinn or Poison Ivy, something like that. No, it's something like, okay, the wife of Harvey Dent, woo, okay, what the hell? Who is she? Why is so important to the story, I don't know. So, as comics that maybe this couple was a real threat for Batman, let me know in the comment, please, because actually I'm really lost with this couple. I don't know. Another character that should be, I don't know, what did you fan cast about Scarlett Johansson? Is, suppose that she joined to this movie. Actually, for me, it's super sexy, so maybe could be a Poison Ivy. It has more sense about it, but I don't know. Other character, let me see, Poison Ivy. Well, a lot of people is saying that I don't remember, but I'm gonna search if the Phantom Dead, something like that. Let me see, please. Batman. Well, yes, it's the Phantoms. Or Phantom. The Phantom. Let me see. Yeah, the character called Phantom Death. Scarlett Johansson. With the AI, we have these cool images. It's not the best resolution, but it works. So look at this. A lot of people is saying that could be the phantom death for the movie. And for me, it's more, works better than be the wife of or Harvey Dent, 2’s in the movie. And I don't know which is the role of Harvey Dent, because if you think about it, the Joker was the Joker. I mean, not what the origin of the Joker is. It was the Prince of Crime in Gotham in the movie. Maybe in jail and all destroyed by Batman and all that. But the point is that the Joker was the Joker, not was the origin of the character. So in the movie, Harvey Dent should be 2’s or Harvey Dent, and all the process, what happened. So in what moment in the movie we are? That is the real question for me. And for that part is the match of Scarlett Johansson in the movie, because okay, if we had the origin of Sebastian Stan, or in this case, 2’s Harvey Dent, makes sense, have this character like the wife of Harvey Dent. But if not, is 2’s a real motherfucker criminal in this town and fight against the Penguin that we watch the series. Okay, that makes sense, and should be the phantom death. So for me, it take advantage of Scarlett Johansson and has a real protagonist, in this case antagonist, role in the movie. But thing in the wife or Harvey Dent is a waste, an absolutely waste of this actress. So guys, let me in the comment. Oh, right. No. Okay. Everything bad. So I'm going to watch here. Now I'm gonna adjust this for you guys. Sorry. Okay. Well guys, and now we need to talk about more news. And this is something crazy. I really love it. This, I think maybe, why not, is the best news of the year. What do you think about it? The best news of the year when talk about superheroes. Because right now, Sony is giving all the character to Sony. And just want to see something. Okay, and just adjust something a little bit for the short. Okay, just a little bit right here. Yes, let's go. So, Sony has reportedly given the green light for the Spider-Man character to join new Marvel Studio projects. And Sony owns the right to Spidey and his entire universe. Venom, Morbius, Madam Web, Kraven, Black Cat, Silver Cat, the Sinister Six, Miles Morales, and Gwen Stacy. This basically confirms that Sony is scrapping their plan for a standalone villains movie. It looks like the focus is shifting back to the MCU. And actually, I don't know if Spider-Woman was the last movie that they want to create it, but that was um, canceled too. So it's important to think that Sony is, it's great about all these characters. It say, okay, we fight, we try, we create a super horrible movie, but whatever. And they try, actually, they try a lot, but at the end, they couldn't understand the character. They couldn't understand that all these characters works because they are with the Spider-Man. Without him, it's not make sense create these characters. Not make sense their story because all the center is Spider-Man. All the character has one goal and is destroy Spider-Man. Without him, everything else is stupid. Everything else is, it's not make sense. So it's super interesting that we had Morbius, Madam Web, Craven, Black Cat, all the characters right now for the MCU. But here the interesting thing about this new. First of all, if you think about Brand New Day, let me say it, maybe it's less important to you, but no, that movie was finished. I imagine that, well, if you remember, in a couple days they said that something, they finished the record in the movie and all that, and they were happy, whatever, and all that stuff. So they are not to prepare a lot of shots to incorporate any of these, villain to the movie. It's not work like that. So it's important to think that the movie Brand New Day is Brand New Day. We are gonna have Hulk, the Punisher, I don't know, Mr. Negative, the villain, whatever who is, and sadly thing that a lot of people is saying that it could be a Son Strange Jean Grey. Jean Grey is weird, too young Jean Grey for the movie now that the X-Men is going to be in the Avengers Doomsday. I don't know. I hope that she's not Jean Grey, maybe a lot of other character, maybe the real Mary Jane or whatever, but the rumor said that she's gonna have power. So I don't know. Let me know in the comment what do you think. But for the Spider-Man fight, now we are gonna have a lot of character, crazy character, a lot of reference. It doesn't matter if that is not the main villain or secondary character, secondary villain in the movie. It doesn't matter, but probably Black Cat in the Spider-Man 5. And with this panorama, could be even a Spider-Man 10. You know what I am saying? We had a lot of material, a lot of character, a lot of the crazy stuff. Spider-Man himself is a huge universe that they can explore in that movies. So we can have the Spider-Man easily 10 years or 20 years and still work. So that is the crazy part of that. The Spider-Man 5 could be the Sinister Six right now. In this moment, you can sign it, and we are gonna have the Sinister Six. But we will see what happens, Imagine Venom. That is maybe the most important character in the Sonyverse with the Sonyverse of a Spider-Man without a Spider-Man. I know it's a crazy concept, but that is the point. So imagine this. We had that Venom, that was the I said it before, the real character that worked in that franchise, with this Peter Parker. They tried with the I don't remember. It's something like, it's not the leaked scene. It's post credit scene in Spider-Man Brian. No. I think it's Venom 2. That was the post credit scene in Venom 2. I don't remember it was Brand New Day or Venom 2. Did you know it? Let me know in the comment, please. But that is something that happened, you know. Spider-Man with this Venom. I don't know if Tom Hardy is going to back. I don't think so, but it could be. What happened with Miles Morales? Remember, if you don't remember, don't worry, because a lot of people is not think about this movie. It's strange and unfortunately for this movie, because it's a great movie, a great saga of Spider-Man. We know, talking about Spider-Man beyond Spider-Man and all that multiversal stuff. So, but imagine that, or imagine this character, imagine Miles Morales and the MCU with his own movie. That is something cool. That is something that I'm buying it right now. I say, okay, that I imagine that it's crazy, but it's work. Tom Holland as Spider-Man and Miles Morales in his own story with his own universe after Secret Wars. Even we can have Miles Morales in Secret Wars, maybe split the universe and have a lot of crazy stuff. Imagine this. That is my theory and that is my perspective. I hope that this happens. You know, the MCU renovate MCU, or maybe this, you know, supposedly it's not a reset. It's something like what happened with Thor in, I don't remember, but no, it doesn't matter. The point is that it's a little reset with the X-Men or the Mutant and the MCU, the Avengers, and you know the character of the MCU. But what happened, that something that happened before actually with let me see, Deadpool and Wolverine. If you think about this movie, that was a multiversal movie. It was not something that is part of the MCU, that is not part of the 20th Century Fox universe, if you want to call it that way. It doesn't work. So, was a multiversal movie. So, what happened after Secret War? We had more of that kind of movie. Multiversal movie, I called it. Deadpool and Wolverine 4. Maybe Wolverine, Old Man Logan with that Wolverine, a crazy version or something like that. Miles Morales with his own universe, with his own stuff that maybe could, or maybe he can't, this kind of crossover with the MCU. For me, a lot of people is saying that no, we don't want the multiversal stuff after Secret War. But my question is why that Marvel and DC works with this multiversal. Why destroy that? And of course, we need to focus on the MCU and 616 of, not the comic, the MCU of the movies and all that. But I think, in my opinion, the best is create these two branches, you know? The MCU and the whole story, main story, the whole main story of the character with the old strong franchise. Captain America, the new X-Men, all that. But had this kind of little movies, or short movie, like Deadpool, Deadpool and Wolverine, and Miles Morales, a kind of superior or invisible Iron Man, all that little tricky movies that could work. I don't know if you agree with me, but when I watch Miles Morales and the images, I think that could happen. Now with Sony, given all the character Marvel, but that was the happy news, no? All the character in some way returned to Marvel because remember, Sony had the right. They didn't sell the right. It's only given the character. Marvel does the movie, give me my part of the money. Everybody is happy. That is how it works. But the character is still are of Sony. So, in another part of the news, I read that, how can I say it? I don't know why, but makes sense if you think about it. Sony wants to create movies with, the character, but now with the help of Marvel. If Sony given all the character, you give me money, but help me to create another movies of this spin-off or strange spin-off. And I hope that it doesn't happen or that doesn't happen, sorry. Because it's strange. It's strange, that concept. I prefer that my first option, given the character, you do the movie and give me the money and all. In the rest, it doesn't matter to me. But, I give you the character, help me to create another movie like Craven 2. I don't know, that was a disaster. Oh, that's going to be a disaster. Nah. I hate it right now thinking about that. So, no. Forget about that. I hope that part of the news was a mistake and we only had these this first, how can I say it? Part of the news that Sony apparently is giving all the character, like concession to Marvel Studio. So guys, let me know in the comment what do you think about this crazy news. For me, it's super great news. I'm really happy. It's a 10 out of 10 news, and one part I'm really happy for that. So we will see what happens for Spider-Man 5, of course. So, and here that is the sad news for a lot of fans of Marvel, and we continue with Marvel right now. But if something bad, it's something good. So, rumor: Marvel has reportedly cancelled the standalone Blade movie. According to the insider, there will be no solo Blade film. Instead, the character is expected to make his debut in Midnight Suns. And you think about Midnight Sun is after Marvel's Secret Wars. This lines out with previous leaks suggesting Marvel is pivoting toward event style group project with self-contained stories. About the Midnight Suns, in the comics there are a team dedicated to supernatural threats. Key members include Blade, Moon Knight, Ghost Rider, Doctor Strange, and the Punisher. So, first of all, let me know in the comment if for you it's right that they cancel the Blade movie, and we had the Midnight Suns. You know, it's cool because it's something like Guillermo del Toro team up. Actually, I think that the director could be Guillermo del Toro. It's perfectly his style. But the bad news is the Blade. And actually, if you think about it, I forget the name of the actor. Wesley Snipes is like he said in Deadpool and Wolverine. He is the only Blade. And for now, perhaps 2029 or 2030, I don't know, he's going to be the only Blade in the MCU. If that is the truth, even we had another official Wolverine, even for 2 seconds it doesn't matter, but Henry Cavill was the how Deadpool called him. It was something called Barine, something like that. Well, it doesn't matter. But we had another Wolverine, but with Blade, we had only Wesley Snipes. So sorry for Mashallah Ali. I don't know when that movie was announced. I think was in 2020, 2018, 19. I don't remember. It was a crazy stuff that we had 5-6 years and nothing about Blade. The first rumor was the script was bad and never recovered with that part of the script. Always was a bad decision with the movie, a lot of crazy stuff, so it is crazy. But the Midnight Sun, and this is when we had a very, very, very good news with this crazy super monsters thing. Let me see. So Moon Knight, he had the series. Of course, we know Doctor Strange, Werewolf had the series too with these things. I don't remember this character, and this character is the new acquisition for the Doctor Strange 3. And I think this character is for Werewolf by Night, if I remember well. Sorry for my little duck, but I love her and she is very happy right now. So, Blade is part of this thing. I said it. For me, it's a cool acquisition for Marvel, and it's important to create another thing. You know, a split. Avengers is no. I don't know, because if you think in Avenger is an event, and I don't know for after Secret War that is the best decision for Marvel. I mean, we need, you know, like the comics, big events, micro events, and individual histories. That is important, and maybe this kind of monster thing should be a micro event. You know, it's something like the Thunderbolt was a, you know, micro event. We can call it that way. Let me in the comment if I right or not. So, and if we had an interesting movie about this monster, they should have their own movie. I mean, Moon Knight, Blade, something with werewolf. And of course with Guillermo del Toro. That is a requirement, no? So guys, let me in the comment if you think that Blade is bad or not. Well, and here a little recap of everything we know about Batman. So James Gunn is making a mistake with The Dark Knight, because the rumor cast for the Batman Part 2 is locking a stock. Robert Pattinson, Batman, Colin Farrell, the Penguin, Barry Cohen, Joker, Jeffrey Wright, James Gordon, Andy Serkis, Alfred, Sebastian Stan is for now, Harvey Dent, and Scarlett Johansson is now closed the role, so we will see what happens in the future. And according to the AEW, the hype is real. Everyone wants a role in this movie. So it's supposed saying that all the actors in Hollywood want to be in the movie. That's because it's super great, it's super cool and everything, you know, it's the best movie of the year, supposedly. The script, here that confirmed that I think the script is explosive and truly unique. So it's supposed to be a brutal movie. It has movie of the year potential. And I'm gonna read it again. It has movie of the year potential and could easily hit 1 billion mark. So a lot of insiders are betting that this movie is going to be 1 billion mark instantly. We'll see. We are gonna have Spider-Man, Dune, Avengers Doomsday in the same years. No. This movie is for 2027, right? It's not for this year, sorry. So it's possible. It's possible for the billion hit. Was my mistake, sorry. The problem, James Gunn has decided to introduce a separate Batman for the main DCU, claiming Pattinson's version doesn't fit his new universe. It's a move that has split the fandom and even raised every vote within the industry. What's new? We are heading toward a future with two Batman on the big screen, and we had two scenarios. One fighting alongside Superman in the DCU, and one in Matt Reeves' standalone Elseworld universe. But here's the point. If the Batman Part 2 becomes a massive phenomenon, the public will only want more of Pattinson. It's obvious. The new DCU Batman faces an impossible on-field battle with inevitable comparison. Who is the better actor? Which movie is better? Who wins at the box office? Director Andy Muschietti definitely has his work cut out for him. Do you think this is the right to bet on two different Batman at once? Or is this a massive strategic blunder? Let's talk in the comments. So it's hard to James Gunn decide what happened. If you think all the stuff that James Gunn made was cancel all the project that no was his idea. He canceled Superman and Lois, he cancels what else? Titans, and all the DC stuff around there. Everything was canceled. Blah. That's nothing else. But with Matt Reeves was different because Matt Reeves has $700 million in box office. Was a huge success that I think, I don't know, maybe the Warner guys, all the partners of the company said, screw you, James Gunn. We want more about Pattinson and it doesn't matter if destroy your universe, but wants that guy in the big screen. So I think it's a headache for James Gunn. Think, oh fuck, what are going to do with this, with this character? What is going to do with this Batman? And that's why we don't know nothing. Sorry, for the DCU Batman. And a lot of people is saying that eventually in Man of Tomorrow we are gonna have a mention of this Batman and a cameo for Wonder Woman. Another people is saying that James Gunn tried to stay away from Zack Snyder vision. If you remember, Batman v Superman has the cameo of Wonder Woman. Batman was the first time that was Batman in the DCU, so that kind of two stuff that tried to James Gunn avoid. But he's saying that he's mentioned Batman in the movie. If Superman Man of Tomorrow is released in 2027, the Batman Part 2 in 2027, maybe, and again, we had two different scenarios. For example, first, now the Batman is an autoconclusive story because and I remember right now that James Gunn canceled all the other history that Matt Reeves want to create. And actually Matt Reeves want to create a closed multiverse of this Batman with the Penguin and other crazy series of this universe, Arkham Asylum, and something about the Gotham Police with Gordon. That was the two series that he wants to create. So he canceled all that. So maybe James Gunn wants force Matt Reeves create an auto-conclusive history of this Batman and create his new Batman in 2028 or 2030. The point is that all the partners of Warner and now Netflix is going to all the partners of Warner are going to accept that decision, accept all the crazy decision of James Gunn. For me, it's not. I'm not sure. And now, with Netflix, we can have two universes, one in Netflix and other in the big screen. Even we could have the Zack Snyder universe in Netflix too. We have three universes of Batman. It doesn't matter. The people understand. It is you, multiversal stuff. The people is not stupid. We had the universe of Zack Snyder. We had the universe of Matt Reeves. And we had the universe of James Gunn. James Gunn in the big screen. Zack Snyder and Matt Reeves for the Netflix platform. Everyone is happy. Everyone has his universe. Money for everyone. What do you think? This is the real point. And this is how it works. We will see what happens. I don't know. I don't think that Matt Reeves doesn't want his trilogy for this Batman. He deserves the trilogy if this movie is great. I can't imagine only 2 movies planned for Matt Reeves. It's impossible. For the beginning was a trilogy. So And even he said, the Penguin for this movie is a small role, and we will see what happens in the Batman Part 3. So, James Gunn is going to win this battle, cancel Matt Reed universe. We will see what happens in 2027. And well, guys, this is the last part of this live stream. I hope that was interesting to you with this crazy news and with the first live stream of the channel. We are going to have a lot of streaming, so sorry, live stream. And let me check it out. How is it? If I put this, all right, you can see it. I'm tired. So look at this. For me, this is funny because when Netflix buys Warner Bros., the crazy rumor was Snyder back to the DCU. And eventually, Zack Snyder posts a lot of content about his DCU. About his DCU and all behind scenes, super cool stuff about Batman v Superman, Justice League, and all that. And you know, it was serious. The point was something like, oh my god, maybe he could back. And right now, I don't know why reason, if you remember, James Gunn is the CEO of DC, so what is the point? But we had this poster, or well, actually they are an official poster that never published in 2013. That is the point. That is the super crazy stuff about this poster. An unseen poster of this Man of Steel movie. So this poster is beautiful. I really love it. And you know, you can see the contrast of Superman, James Gunn, and Zack Snyder. He is focused in the violence of Zod crush down the city of Metropolis. You know, here the big S. Sorry. And remember, producer Christopher Nolan. Look at this. Epic. The first flight of Superman. And this God reference that everybody is saying, you know, Superman is not a God, blah blah blah, and all that. But in your face, the vision of Zack Snyder always was that kind of religion stuff and all that. Oh, this is cool. I love it. This is pretty really cool. I love this. And this one is for the fight with Zod, I think. You know, this is a train in a building, and here a super cool Superman. You know, in people is saying James Gunn Superman is better because he want to save the people and not only, you know, look great. But what's the style? What's the style? It's not the point. Is that Superman is not saving the people. The point is that that was Zack Snyder's vision of this character that looks super cool, super epic, and actually the world is epic. That was the concept of Zack Snyder. I want to create God around us. That was the concept. Create that unstoppable character. And actually, this poster matched with the movie, with all the destruction that Thoth and the old Kryptonian caused to the metropolis. Why not? I mean, it's perfectly matched. If you said that it's not for the concept of the Superman, I don't know. You can debate that, but of course, it's a match with the movie of the Man of Steel. So guys, let me know in the comment what do you think about this poster, did you like it or not, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. Thank you for everyone watch this live stream, and see you in the next time. Bye bye guys, thank you.